Just dancing to some jams. Hello, YouTube. It's RJ the West here, my friend Last Time You See. Welcome back to another live stream. We are on episode 63. I'm just waiting until you get on your live stream. Ugh, controllers. Keep forgetting to
You
plug it
can
right around.
start whenever you're ready.
Copy that. Using my blanket as a chair cover. My limbo blanket. You know, I actually had this weird idea just now. Bear with me on this. What if I actually had like a blanket that I had designed with just actual
Paperboy.
nice, my favorite. Oh, it's in the countryside.
Are you sure?
Yes. So here's what I'm thinking. If I actually had a blanket made for that's a limbo blanket, I could actually have like a blank slate blanket and just have like full body images of my limbo scattered around with like him wielding different weapons or something, or hell, even with his companion, the Vasquez Kavat.
Or just have in the background with a bunch of weapons surrounding his back of his body in a circular shape.
What about Jamie Pants with limbo on it?
How about body pill?
No,
Oh, I know you want to sleep with your limbo.
I have a blanket of him, and I actually have an actual pillow of my limbo.
but then you can have a body pill you can snuggle with.
And I actually do need a new body pillow, but it's not gonna have any characters on it.
I know you want to snuggle with your limbo.
And I know you like your Sevagoth.
Not that way. Not that much.
And that's just one thing that separates us. I'm like definitely more into playing on those characters.
You play only one.
That's true. I can't play any other Warframe, dude. I literally just like when I started playing on Limbo all those years ago, it's like something switched on in my brain where this is the frame, this is the home frame, that is my comfort frame. Comfort frame. He's basically the ground beef, macaroni and cheese dinner that I crave. He's a comfort frame.
Sure is not orange chicken.
Yeah. I haven't had that in like forever, dude.
He's here. How about lobster and mac and cheese?
Oh, that actually sounds good. You know, like in the future, I might actually do that. Like lobster tail, mac and cheese.
Well, a lot of people would just mix it together.
That's what I would do. No ketchup though.
Oh, ketchup's the best part.
No, it isn't. That's gross.
No, it ain't.
Who puts ketchup on their mac and cheese?
Me.
I bet you put pepperoni and other processed meats on your pizza as well.
Nope, just pepperoni or ham or bacon.
Well, pepperoni in general is processed meats. You don't want that. It actually hurts you. You must have all natural, like anchovies, pineapple, mushrooms.
Only if you want me to die in an early grave.
I don't see no, what? Oh, that's my house. Oh my god, I'm an idiot.
Dumb.
Okay, to be fair, how often do I go out in the country? I saw that bright blue ring. I saw the ring, and like, I was like, wonder what that was, and then, yeah.
I also put ketchup on mashed potatoes.
Your body might be craving certain vitamins and minerals from ketchup.
No, I grew up eating it.
That's true. Like, we do have our own. Yeah, it makes sense.
Hot dogs, mac and cheese mixed together with ketchup on top.
Yep. By the way, with all the factions that we fought over the years in GTA Online, I know you're. Crap. I remember. Ow! Wow! He hit me so hard he spun out.
There's a truck there.
Dude, that truck spun out after hitting a motorcycle. What a weak truck. Owie. You know what? Now that I think about it, how would Aoi Moriyashi from Warframe or Eleanor, no, the whole Hex team, the entire Hex team from Warframe, how do you think they would fare in the Warhammer 40k universe?
No idea.
I actually have a feeling they would not survive very well. I mean, they're proto-frames. Proto-frames don't actually have a hard connection to deployed like Warframes do. And if I remember correctly, they actually can die.
Well, yeah, they're still technically human.
Yeah.
And their armor can be removed. I opened up a gate from you, and you just went backwards.
I'm sorry.
You should be, damn it. Be grateful. Oh, I got itchy. How the hell did you get in there?
You bitch!
How the hell did you get back in there? How did you get inside it?
I rammed it. I rammed it hard.
And how'd that work out?
The driver delivery crashed into a rail guard, immediately throwing me off. I just wanted to see what would happen. Hippie whippy whippy hippies. I'll take care of this. Oh. Wait, one of them is running away?
That wasn't a hippie.
Ah. Woo! Ow! Eee!
Is the bike okay? I did hit it with a missile.
It should be. I mean, the bikes in this game are technically actually pretty tanky. Damn. Eh.
By the way, Warframe is one of those, or not Warframe.
Warhammer.
Warhammer is one of those games that do free DLC content, like add in like new enemies to fight, new modes and stuff like that. Even new classes are also free. The only thing you're paying for are basically
Cosmetics.
just cosmetics.
And you are spending lots of money on those cosmetics. Well, to be fair, I'm not holding any judgment because, well, who am I? I actually unlocked a couple of those fancy cosmetics. Well, I wanted a color. I wanted a specific color for my armor. I like that dull. I like that boring dull gray.
That's only with in-game currency, though.
That's true. I put 2 in there just in case that guy missed the first one. Or a girl.
Or a child.
No.
Never know.
There's no children in this game. In fact, I don't think there's a lot. Like,
Could be someone's dog or cat that wanted it.
by the way, but I was thinking about the Warhammer universe a lot now. It's like the Warhammer 40K universe is brutal, never-ending conflict. I'm actually gonna do a thought experiment saying, what if there was actually peace? Like, what would happen if there was actual peace between all the factions? Can that even be possible? The Imperial Man basically see everything as a Xeno. They kill everyone that doesn't believe in the Emperor.
I'm pretty sure if there was peace,
They would have to have some serious political
well,
changes
here,
with the Imperial Man.
well, here's the thing: they would just go mentally insane because they're bred for combat.
Well, that's the thing. They could just like, well, I don't really, okay, I'm really bad when it comes to the 40K lore, Warhammer 40K lore, and as far as I know, the Imperial Man are just absolutely gut-wrenchingly obsessed with conflict, and they will seek and just, they'll kill anyone that doesn't believe in their beliefs, and right there causes problems, because in actual reality, like, differences of opinion is the biggest cause of conflict. It's not resources, it's opinions and religion and all that other bullshit. When you look at Warhammer 40K, like, it's definitely, ow. Oh,
you gotta remember that the Space Marines are brainwashed.
Oh god, by far.
Well, I think they use hypnosis.
Honestly, well, then you got like the agonizing pain and the unyielding and undying loyalty to the Emperor and everything. Like, you have to ask yourself, if you are with a conscience, you are a risk to your brethren, and you would most likely be killed. That's actually right there is a huge red flag. I know when you watch the Flash Kids videos of Space King, it actually kind of shows how they mock the Warhammer 40K lore in a very fun way.
Well, I don't want to say they're mocking it. I say they're just portraying it as accurate in their own way. Where are you going?
Here. Because when we play as our Marines, like, it's always war. But, like, what would, as a Space Marine, what do you think would be, like, a resting time and stuff? Like, all they think about is going back there.
Only when they're not fighting is when they're in their base.
Yeah, their little hub area. The battle barge.
If they're told to deploy, they don't have a choice. There's no ifs or buts. That'd be a sign of treason and heresy.
Yeah, when you saw the campaign and when you were when you actually hear the heretic thing, like,
I can't bring it right
I forgot. I'm trying to call mutt, not mechanic. What they call the money mutt.
Hello? All right, it'll cost us, but I have plenty of friends with extra chemicals laying around. Okay, gonna cost a little. I know someone who has what we need.
Hopefully tomorrow's mission would be a lot better than the last few missions. I wanted to make this one purely, by the way, spoilers ahead, you are going to be in an elevated position. You're going to be on a very tall platform and high in the air sky, because, well, if I place you anywhere on, like, the beach or, like, the runway of the airport, say, you're gonna get killed. You're gonna get your ass killed, or at least attacked by chase units. I don't need this out.
Okay, you're going to steal a diamond shipment from them. Our client wants these rocks, but she won't pay retail price. I think we can help. Get over there and put some of our technology to use. I'll talk you through it.
All 6 members of the Hex, right? When we played Warframe 1999 a couple years back in 2020, early 2024. Was it 2024 or 2025? Wait, what am I doing? I think they might survive, but if they're actually against the entire universe of Warhammer 40k, no. There's no way. All 6 protoframes will die just like that. They're not. None of them are as powerful as the actual Warframes are. Like, they don't have a hard connection to the Void. I don't think. I could settle this, though. I'm gonna go get my phone. I'll be back. Music's overrated anyway. I don't have to listen to music. Alright. Alright, let's see. Alright, don't need this one, don't need this dog experiment, don't need this dog experiment. And this fictional scenario, what if all the members of the Hex from Warframe were, actually, should I say can all the members survive? I don't want to say what if. Can all the members of the Hex from Warframe survive the Warhammer 40k universe? Let's find out. In a fictional crossover scenario, all 6 members of the Hex, Arthur, Owie, Amir, Quincy, Leslia, and Eleanor from Warframe, could potentially survive the Warhammer 40k universe, but their survival would depend heavily on adapting to a much harsher environment, acting in stealth, and utilizing their unique void-based powers rather than open confrontation. Why they could survive: strengths, elite combat capabilities. As protoframes, the Hex are significantly more powerful than average humans, exhibiting traits of Warframes. They possess advanced mobility, armor-piercing capabilities, and specialized weaponry. Mobility and tactics. Similar to Tenno, the Hex excel in mobility and tactical combat, which could allow them to move undetected by major 40k factions. Void influence. The Hex are... Okay, I was wrong then. They are linked to the Man of the Wall and Void Energy. The Hex are linked to the Man of the Wall and Void Energy since the Warp is generally considered more dangerous than the Void. Their ability to manipulate reality could surprise even high-tier 40k threats. Regeneration. If they possess access to Tekra or Warframe-style regeneration, like self-repairing, they could survive injuries that would actually kill a Space Marine. Why they might struggle. Dangers. Scales of warfare. Alright, let me start another mission real quick. I'm gonna start the... what the hell is it called again?
Box truck one?
No, the other one. Where's my... Is my vehicle already in the back? Huh. Wonder where it is. Is it destroyed? Did it actually get? Yeah, it got destroyed. It must have got destroyed in somewhere.
Probably from one of your jobs.
Probably.
MMI.
That is you, Cat. Yeah.
Okay.
No, that was a guy that crashed and it just made a loud whining sound.
It sounded like a cat meowing.
Gracie's not even in here.
It sounded like her.
Ramped up. They're giving me some time to read. Oof. Alright. Alright, here's why they might struggle in the Warhammer 40k universe. Scales of warfare. The sheer numbers of the 40k universe, Tyranids, Imperial Guard, are much higher than anything in Warframe 1999. The Hex are a tiny elite unit, not an army. Lack of heavy armor. While they are fast, the protoframes are not as durable as full-sized warframes and might be vulnerable to heavy weapons like bolters or laser cannons. Last cannons. Psychic vulnerability. Eleanor, Nyx-based, specializes in psychological warfare, but without strong mental protections, they could be susceptible to chaos corruption or Eldar psychic abilities. Survival strategy. To survive, the Hex would likely act as a strike team similar to their role in 1999, focusing on stealth, assassination, and quick extraction rather than direct warfare with Necrons, Chaos Demons, or elite Imperium forces. Arthur, Excalibur, likely to survive due to high armor, durability, and versatility. Owie, likely to survive by using magnetic powers to manipulate metal in her environment. Amir, Volt, likely to survive through speed and technical expertise. Quincy, Site 9, likely to survive by engaging from long range. Letty, Trinity, likely to survive due to healing and medic capabilities. Eleanor, highest risk due to her heavy exposure to tech rot, but could survive through psychological manipulation. In summary, they are versatile enough to survive, but only if they adapt to acting as specialized mercenaries or rogue agents within the 40k universe. That actually makes sense. When you really think about it, they would not be able to take on any of those factions by themselves, even in small strike forces, because but by the way, I watched the newest death battle video today. I already forgot what the names of the two anime characters, but they're both explosive based. You got like one guy from My Hero Academia, and he's a bomb guy.
I know what you're talking about.
The grenades for arms, and then you got this chick from Chainsaw Man who has a bomb for her head.
Yep. I already know what you're talking about.
Who do you think wins?
The guy with the grenades in his hands.
Yeah. Alright, let's see. What was that other thought experiment we were going to do?
I don't know, we're doing one.
How about...
Because you already did the one you were just talking about.
Okay, how about the Elder Scrolls universe? Elder Scrolls universe. Let's try that. This should be interesting. You take the, like, they use guns. Alright, check this out. In this fictional scenario, yes, all members of the Hex, the Protoframes, can likely survive in the Elder Scrolls universe, although they would likely become outcasts or highly specialized mercenaries rather than rulers, given the extreme power scaling of the Elder Scrolls lore. The Hex, consisting of Arthur, Owie, Amir, Quincy, and Letty and Eleanor, are enhanced humans that exhibit warframe traits via technocyte infection. Here is an analysis on how they would survive. Survival factors in the Elder Scrolls universe. Technocyte immunity and power. The Hex are filled with uncanny power. Their ability to manipulate energy, magnetism, and mental states is consistent with master level mages in the Elder Scrolls universe. Destruction, alteration, and illusion. Combat adaptability. The Hex are specialized for guerrilla warfare, managing to fight against a technologically superior force, the Skaldra, in the ruined cities of Holovania. They are skilled with both modern firearms and ancient melee combat, allowing them to adapt to the Elder Scrolls weaponry. Survival skills. The Hex are survivors in a post-apocalyptic urban wasteland. Their medic, Letty, and electronics expert, Amir, would find analogous roles in a chaotic world. Key survival strategies by members. Arthur and Owie, Excalibur and Mag. As leaders and combat specialists, they would likely excel as mercenaries in the Fighters Guild or as blades, utilizing their enhanced strength and magnetic capabilities similar to high-level telekinesis to dominate mortal threats. Eleanor, Nyx. Her psychological warfare traits would make her exceptionally formidable in the Elder Scrolls universe. Capable of manipulating minds, a talent respected and feared in the Elder Scrolls lore. Amir, Volt. His ability to control lightning would make him highly sought after as a destruction mage. Quincy, Sight 9. His specialized sharpshooting and razor-eyed precision would allow him to thrive as a ranger or elite assassin, similar to a high-level marksman. Potential challenges. Technocyte Curse. Hex are infected with tech rot and face potential loss of sanity. While they can manage this through internal cohesion, extreme magical environments like Oblivion might accelerate this, requiring them to constantly fight to maintain their humanity. Divine powers. While the Hex are powerful, they are not on the level of Daedric Princes, who are embodied concepts. They would need to avoid direct confrontation with beings like Maroon's Dagon or Vivek. Overall, the Hex's blend of high-speed combat, specialized roles, and strong cohesion allows them to survive as elite mercenaries or adventurers within the mortal realms of Nirn. That's actually pretty sad. I love these thought experiments. They're just mentally satisfying.
How about we put the vestige in the world of Warhammer?
Ooh. We'll do that in a bit, because we're almost done with this mission, and I'm going to start the next one. Do you want me to start the robbery in progress one?
I don't care.
I think I should, because I'm going to. That way it'll give me time to read it out for you. You said the Vestige, right? From Elder Scrolls Online as a character?
Yeah, and the world of Warhammer.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I would love to see that. I would say the Vestige, like, my initial idea would be the Vestige would be an exceptionally powerful character. Very powerful. I wonder if it's the big city bank again.
Probably, most likely.
At this point, you might as well go there in advance.
I'm ready, am. One step ahead of you, and yes, it is the big bank.
Yes, I could see that. It's always the big city bank. When it's not the country bank, it's always the big city bank. Then you got the little city bank that almost never gets it. One of these streams, guys, you get to see that little bank. We don't know when, though. Alright. Your thought experiment is my command. In this fictional scenario, can the vestige from the Elder Scrolls Online universe survive the Warhammer 40K universe? Yes. In a fictional scenario, the vestige can from the Elder Scrolls Online can not only survive but likely thrive in the Warhammer 40k universe. The vestige is functionally immortal, capable of resurrecting indefinitely and possessing magical abilities, including time manipulation, that allows them to challenge even high-tier 40k entities. Here's an analysis on why the vestige would survive. Functional immortality, soul-shriven nature, constant resurrection. Because the vestige's body is composed of chaotic creata, similar to Daedra, they do not die permanently when slain. They reform at the nearest way shrine or equivalent source of Anuic energy. Soul retrieval. Even after retrieving their soul at the end of the base game, the vestige retains their Daedric-like body and ability to reform, making them a Daedra-ish entity with a mortal soul. Warp resistance. While Chaos Demons are tied to the Warp, the vestige is tied to Mundus and Daedric planes. This distant, non-warp nature provides a unique Anuic stabilization that helps them avoid corruption by Chaos Gods, often resisting corruption in their own universe. High-tier feats and power scaling. God-slaying capabilities. The vestige has defeated Daedric princes who are conceptual beings comparable to warp gods, albeit often limited. Celestials, conceptual avatars of the stars, and powerful beings like Rada al-Saran, an ancient warrior whose technique can destroy continents. Adaptability. The vestige is a master of all combat forms, capable of using magic, swordplay, and even specialized stealth simultaneously, and can become a vampire lord of the highest tier, Scion, providing them with further immortality and magical prowess, speed, and time manipulation. The vestige has access to Psijic Order magic, allowing them to step back in time, freeze time, or accelerate the movements to immeasurable levels, outmatching the reaction speeds of most Space Marines. Survival in the 40k environment. Anti-demonic magic. The vestige regularly battles, traps, and destroys Daedra. Their soul magic is exceptionally effective at binding and eradicating demonic entities, making them a nightmare for chaos forces. Surviving exterminatus. Due to their nature, if a planet is destroyed, the vestige can potentially survive the destruction and reform elsewhere on the surface of a new planet. Wait, I'm not done yet. The prisoner phenomenon. Sotha So identifies the vestige as a prisoner, a being capable of defying fate and the constraints of reality. In a chaotic, grim, dark universe like 40k, this status allows the vestige to make choices and break scenarios that NPCs cannot. Limitations and risks. While the vestige is unlikely to be permanently killed, they can be trapped. Conceptual trap. If the vestige is severed from their soul and trapped within a specific part of the Warp or Necron Tesseract labyrinth, they might be rendered dormant, similar to how they were imprisoned in Cold Harbor. Overpowering force. While they can come back, a sufficiently powerful being like a fully empowered Emperor of Mankind or a Chaos God acting directly could likely shatter the vestige's spirit permanently if they can attack it directly in Aetherius. In conclusion, the vestige is too versatile, too fast, and too hard to permanently kill to be destroyed by the standard threats of Warhammer 40k, but they could be considered a major threat, possibly akin to a warp-immune saint or a rogue demonic prince.
How about the Tarnish?
The
from
Tarnish.
Elden Ring.
I knew you were going to bring that up. But first, we got to do that one mission. The Fortified.
We still got paid for that big job. That, my friends, is a clean score.
Man, it's so quiet not hearing my music being played in the background. Well, not my music, hearing music in general. Just not being played in the background. I bet you have music going, right?
No.
Oh. Enter the armored boxville. I think the Tarnished might survive, but unlikely. I mean, he does slay gods, right?
Demigods.
Didn't
Gods
realize how
and
powerful the Vestige really is. Damn, the Elder Scrolls
gods.
Online character is powerful as
He
fuck.
kills gods and demigods. Supposedly.
Yeah, when it comes to power scaling, I bet Kratos could survive Warhammer 40k. I bet people already fantasize about that right now. You got the God of War, put him in a place that's always in war. He would survive, maybe. I mean, he isn't immortal. And even if he is, just like what could happen to the Vestige, he could get trapped. He could get restrained. He could be changed. He could literally just be like forever in stasis. Man, can you believe it was snowing multiple times today?
Only snowed once here.
It snowed like 3 separate times here. Big, like it actually snowed this last night too. It was like still snow on the ground when I woke up this morning.
Hmm.
And the snow just around melted around like mid-afternoon, like around 2 or 3, and then there was the snow again, the big snowflakes you were talking about, which hit you way later. And there we go. Only this game does that. You shot first, bitch. It's actually kind of funny that the Vestige is really that powerful, dude. But I mean, to be fair, when you actually play the game for the amount of years, and you see some of the monsters that we're fighting, canonically speaking, they are very, very powerful characters. Monsters, creatures.
Gods, demigods.
Well, I mean, in the main storyline, you actually fight a Daedric Prince. However, the one thing that the AI never said was you were actually blessed by Akatosh at the time when you fought him. Like, you would not be able to fight Moloch Baal without it, canonically speaking. Alright. You said the Tarnish, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Let's delete this. In this fictional scenario, can the Tarnished from Elden Ring survive? Oh, hold on. From Elden Ring universe. All right, let's find out. And the results are in. Based on the lore, abilities, and mechanics of both universes, a max level Tarnish Elden Lord can absolutely survive and potentially thrive in the Warhammer 40k universe, primarily due to their canonical immortality and ability to scale with superhuman cosmic power levels. However, survival in 40k is relative. While the Tarnished may not die permanently, they could be constantly fighting, likely viewed as a potent warp-based anomaly or a powerful demon-like entity by the Imperium of Man. Key factions first. Oh my god, you remember that time when I was playing your share screen on Elden Ring, and you remember that thing that you had to do where you had to take all your armor off and when you had to fight that large mimic thing?
Yeah.
Do you remember when you actually put on the fist, the kicking thing? It looked like a fucking brawl between two people. Dude, that was so funny. You should have recorded that at the time. That would have gotten like a crap ton of views. All right, power scaling.
I wasn't streaming or recording at the time.
Yeah. Immortality and resurrection. The tarnished are sustained by grace, allowing them to reform after death. A capability similar to perpetuals in 40k. Even if physical bodies are destroyed, they can return to fight again, causing great distress to demons. Power scaling. By the end of the game, the Tarnished has defeated beings that command gravity, conceptual death, and cosmic order. This places them comfortably in the power tier of a Primarch, high-level greater demons, or a Custodes chapter master. Versatility. The Carnaged can utilize magic, lightning, fire, holy, and gravity manipulation, providing tools to combat diverse 40k threats like Tyranids, Orcs, and Chaos Marines. Adaptability. The Tarnished learns from every death, making them a rapidly evolving threat that grows stronger the more they battle. Challenges and threats. The Warp and Corruption. The biggest risk is not physical death but spiritual corruption. The Tarnished power is tied to grace, a form of light and order. But the Chaos Gods, specifically Zinzik in sorcery or Korm in violence, might attempt to corrupt or possess them, especially if they have used the Frenzied Flame. Necron tech and mindless threats. While the Tarnished can defeat most enemies, they could be trapped by Necron stasis technology or overwhelmed by the sheer, unending biomass of a Tyrannoid hive fleet, leading to a state of eternal combat with no clear objective. High-level Psyker attacks. Powerful Psykers could attempt to rip the Tarnished soul from their body. Through this, they might just result in them remanufacturing through grace elsewhere. Comparison to 40k entities versus Space Marines. A high-level Tarnished would likely outmatch standard Space Marines as their feats involve fighting far stronger, larger, and more destructive enemies. There's my kitty cat. Hi, Gracie. Versus Primarch and Demons. The Tarnished would likely be considered a peer to these entities. The battle against Malekith, destined to death, is comparable to fighting a high-level Demon Prince. In summary, the Tarnished acts as a one-person army that can operate outside the constraints of the 40k universe's normal limitations. While they cannot fix the 40k galaxy, they have the endurance and strength to outlast it. Cool. Isn't that cool? Alright, I got one. What if a fluffy house cat, calico, a fluffy white house cat that is as strong as
Abrams tank?
No, Hulk. The incredible Hulk, and as durable as Hulk were to invade. You know what? You get to pick what universe. What about Chainsaw Man? What if I pick the Chainsaw Man universe?
You can try it.
The Chainsaw Man. In this fictional scenario, a fluffy calico house cat possessing the strength and durability of the Incredible Hulk would not just be a threat, it would be a top-tier threat capable of restructuring the power balance of the Chainsaw Man universe. Given that the Hulk is planetary in scale and the Chainsaw Man's universe largely operates on a building to city level with few exceptions, this Hulk cat would be virtually unstoppable by conventional devil hunter means. Here is how the scenario would likely unfold. Well, we're gonna have to hold out on that, guys. Here comes Death Fatigue. I'm gonna go down here. Yep. Those dots are still there, Jordan. I
What
bet
dots?
it's because the red dots. I bet when the thing destroys, yeah, when it gets destroyed. Are they still there?
No.
I knew it. Oh, nope, not data sweep. We done it once, like what, last week, 2 weeks ago? I don't remember. I don't want to do it again. I know you didn't want to do it again.
No.
If you had your camera, you would be like looking at me in disappointment.
When you get there, stop outside the building and send in the drone. Security's been upgraded since the Jay Norris incident, so that's probably the only way.
Blah, blah, blah.
It's all
Yes.
she knows.
No, it's not that. When you do this mission like literally 1,000 times throughout the past 5 or 6, like 5, 6, 7 years, you just tune her out.
Okay, both the laptops to access their servers will be upstairs.
Are you on TikTok? Oh, whoa, I almost ran into that guy. Anything good?
No, not really. Just random shit.
Isn't that what TikTok mostly is?
Well, some of it. Some of it's interesting.
That's true. I mean, come on, you stupid thing. Oh. 46. 17. Found it.
One laptop down, one to go. We should have access to all that personal data as soon as it's done.
Come on. So if Fluffy House Cat were to invade the Chainsaw Man universe.
I've got full access to their servers now, and I set the target's location to your GPS. There's nothing.
Here is how.
He's got a contract out for people to protect him.
Here is how the scenario would likely unfold. Unmatched power and durability. Invincibility. The Fluffy House Cat's durability would far exceed any devil, including the Darkness Devil. Attacks that cause citywide destruction would likely annoy it. Can you imagine a Fluffy House Cat getting annoyed? You're not right, Gracie. Can you imagine a Fluffy House Cat? Where is it? The cat would shrug off being cut by the Katana Man or blasted by the Gun Devil. Catastrophic strength. A single paw swipe from this fluffy cat would possess the force of a nuclear detonation, capable of leveling neighborhoods and obliterating any devil in its path. The fluffy factor. The cat's appearance would lead to confusion, allowing it to get close to high-ranking characters before unleashing destruction. As stupid as this sounds, a fluffy house cat possessing a strength of a very powerful character would be the perfect character. Because it's so stupid, it just might work. But who would be, only evil people would go after a fluffy house cat though. But who would want to go after a fluffy house cat? Besides evil people.
A space marine.
A space marine. We can do Headhunter. I'll turn on the chair. Forget. No. There we go. Alright. I don't mind sitting out in the rain. Alright, I want to read. Alright. The Denji Chainsaw Man. Okay. Interactions with key characters. Makima, Control Devil. Makima would recognize the threat immediately and likely try to counteract it or control it. However, if the cat is truly as durable as the Hulk, she might find her crush techniques ineffective. If the cat's mind is as average as the Hulk's, she might not be able to mentally manipulate it easily, making it a high-risk target. Oh, I got a sweet spot. I got a sweet spot on her back. In the back of her neck, there's a sweet spot on here. Denji or Chainsaw Man, Polshita. Denji would likely find the cat cute initially, leading to a comedic but potentially devastating encounter. If the cat Hulk fights Pochita, it would be a clash of regenerating titans, but the cat's raw physical strength would likely dominate. Public safety devil hunters. Characters like Aki would be completely outmatched. The cat would likely be classified as a primal fear devil due to its sheer panic it would cause if it was even if it's just a squishy little cat. Oh, I put that last part up. Impact on the setting, the Meow Cat Devil. I'm gonna go in here. Ah! No!
Just let it happen.
No. Actually, you know what? Let me kill one of these. I'll just go after one of them. Speed it up. Speed it up. Speed it up. I mean, I had never seen the anime.
I have.
I heard it's good. Got him. Alright. We'll be here for a bit. Yeah. Whoa. Alright. The Meow Cat Devil. It would likely be considered the Cat Devil, but public fear of the specific Hulk Cat would be so high that its power would constantly increase. Hell Invasion. If the Fluffy House Cat was sent to Hell, it would easily obliterate the Hell Devil and roam free. With primals like the Darkness Devil potentially seeing it as a nuisance to avoid. In summary, this Hulk-powered Fluffy House Cat, Calico, would likely act as a force of nature, similar to a walking gun devil, sparing whom it pleases and annihilating anything that annoys it, essentially becoming the most powerful and most capricious being in the Chainsaw Man universe. That sounds cool, dude. I like the idea of sending a fluffy house cat. Like a very fluffy. I like fluffy house cat. And okay, your turn.
I don't have anything.
Okay, I got one. Doom Slayer. Ah, bitch. What if the Doom Slayer? Well, actually, what if? Okay. Lore accurate. Wait, Limbo from Warframe were like.
I thought you were gonna put
God
him
damn it.
I thought you were gonna put the Doom guy or Doom Slayer and Warhammer.
Hold on. Well, in this fictional scenario, what if Lorik or Limbo from Warframe were like the Doom Slayer? Dun 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 dun. In this fictional crossover, a lore-accurate Limbo with the temperament of the Doomslayer would transform from a calculating gentleman scientist into an unstoppable reality-warping force of pure aggression. While the canon Limbo is a master of finesse who died from a mathematical error, a Slayer-infused version would treat the Rift not as a study but as a meat grinder. The Rift as a weaponized meat grinder. In Warframe lore, Limbo is the only entity that can fully control the Rift Plane, a dimension between the material world and the void. The Doomslayer approach. Instead of gently banishing enemies to isolate them, this Limbo Slayer would use the transition itself to violently shred enemies. Imagine him grabbing an enemy and rift locking just their upper half, instantly bisecting them across dimensions. Mass execution. Lore suggests Limbo could theoretically bring entire solar systems or even galaxies into the rift. A Slayer like Limbo wouldn't wait for a cataclysm to shrink. He would collapse it instantly and repeatedly, using the resulting spatial explosions to pulverize enemies at a molecular level. Oh god. That's a lot of kills, man. Temporal brutality. Oh my god, dude, that sounds metal as fuck. That sounds metal as fuck. Canonically speaking, Limbo stasis freezes everything in the rift, including time and projectiles. In combat utility, like the Slayer's glory kills, this Limbo could freeze a room of demons midair, walk through the suspended carnage to plant explosive charges or line up headshots, then unfreeze time to witness the simultaneous detonation of an entire battalion. Unstoppable momentum. The Doomslayer is known for infinite stamina and unbreakable will. Limbo's ability to regenerate energy within the rift means this version could never run out of mana for his reality warping, allowing him to stay in a permanent state of high-speed, time-stopping slaughter. Absolute invulnerability. The Lore Slayer is described as having infinite durability and a suit that is canonically indestructible. Interdimensional dodge. Limbo is already effectively untouchable in the rift because material plane attacks cannot touch him. The difference, while the canon Limbo is vulnerable to Xmas abilities or nullifiers, a Slayer Limbo would likely treat these as minor annoyances, using his mastery of the rift to simply delete spatial coordinates of any device or entity trying to suppress his powers. Comparison table. Scientist versus Slayer. Feature. Canon, Gentleman Lair, Slayer Accurate Limbo. Philosophy. For Limbo, it's math is the language of the universe, and rip and tear until it is done. Rift usage. Tactical isolation and support, or interdimensional blender for mass slaughter. In short... oh, wait, there's more, guys. Rift usage, stasis, a way to catch his breath and plan, or a way to prolong the agony of his enemies. The end of the lore would be die from a miscalculation, or too angry to miscalculate, breaks the rift instead. In short, a Slayer-infused Limbo wouldn't be a loss to the universe because of a math mistake. The universe would be lost to him the moment he stepped into the rift. Damn. I like the Limbo Slayer idea. That's basically how That's basically how I've been playing Limbo. By the way, I've been just using it. That's basically how you play Limbo.
Mm-hmm.
Limbo
How about the Doom Slayer and Warhammer?
All right. Oh. Invade. Oh, we should still work. Tell you what, we do one more job and we just call it chill day.
Just did a 5-star.
Yep. All right. It is almost. Yeah, we could do that. They'll give me time to read the last bit of this. I think there have been a lot of videos talking about if the Doomslayer were in the Warhammer 40k universe. He would be a perfect addition in there. I mean, he is basically like a force of nature. Like, video game wise, he would be an unstoppable boss. Okay. In this fictional scenario, what if lore accurate Doomslayer were to invade the Warhammer 40k universe. In a fictional scenario where lore-accurate Doomslayer post-Divinity Machine Doom Eternal invades the Warhammer 40k universe, he would functionally be equivalent to a perpetual unstoppable force of nature, likely regarded as a legendary rogue element or a blank due to his absolute incorruptibility and rage-filled power. His presence would be the equivalent of a Godzilla-scale extinction-level catastrophe or the forces of chaos. Here is how lore-accurate Doomslayer would fare in Warhammer 40k. Power scaling and combat prowess. Physical power. Lore-accurate Doomslayer is a primeval or a universal level threat. He has infinite stamina, can damage multiverses simply by fighting, and destroyed Davoth, the first primeval creator of his universe. He is stronger and more durable than a Primarch. The Praetor Suit. Impervious to conventional 40k weaponry, it has tanked Argent energy explosions which are hotter than the surface of the sun, and shrugs off damage that would destroy Space Marine power armor. Speed. He is fast enough to outrun his own rockets and move faster than demons made for speed. Interactions with factions. Chaos Demons. The Corm. He would immediately be drawn to Corm's territory, effectively doing a Kaldor Dragio impersonation, tearing through the warp endlessly because lore-accurate Slayer feeds on the energy of the demons he kills. Khorne's legions would become his personal fuel supply, making him stronger the more they fight him. Chaos Gods, the God level. While he kills demonic gods in his own universe, 40k Chaos Gods are non-physical conceptual entities. He might not be able to kill them permanently, but he could destroy their physical manifestations. Greater demons, demon princes, and shatter their thing. Imperium of Man. He would likely be feared and seen as a monster by the Inquisition due to his unnatural power and inability to be controlled. However, he might find shaky alliance with the Salamanders, Grey Knights, or the Legion of the Damned. Necrons. He would likely view them with apathy, but his rage might destroy them if they stand in his way. Tyranids. He would be the ultimate antithesis of a Tyranid fleet, effectively exterminating massive hordes alone. Key differentiators. Incorruptible will. The Slayer spent eons in hell and did not fail to corruption, madness, or despair. He is essentially a blank, a soulless, untouchable presence that cannot be corrupted by chaos. The No You character. And the lore of Doom makes him a No You character, meant to win regardless of the odds, often forcing the demons of his universe into a god-fear state. Likely scenarios. Ripping and tearing. He would likely decapitate greater demons like bloodthirsters in seconds, trapping the gods. He would spend his time in the Eyes of Terror, making the Chaos Gods extremely concerned. Unstoppable force. He would be a lone warrior, walking through the most intense war zones like Cadia, Armageddon, and forcing demons to retreat while back into the warp. In conclusion, lore-accurate Doomslayer would not die in 40k. He would simply create a new layer of hell within the warp, where he endlessly kills demons to the point where they fear to take form around him. He would, however, likely fuel Khorne's rage, creating an eternal feedback loop. Oh, I got one for you. Alright, I got one. What if the Imperium of Man from Warhammer 40k universe were to invade the Warframe universe. In a fictional scenario where the Imperium man from Warhammer 40k invades the Warframe's origins, the outcome is a complex clash of sheer, overwhelming scale versus highly advanced para-casual technology. While the Imperium possesses vastly superior numbers, the Warframe universe specializes in elite special operations, high-tech adaptability, and void-based immortality. Here is a breakdown of the conflict. The Imperium's perspective. The Imperium would likely view the Orokin-descended inhabitants of the origins as vile Xenos, mutants, or heretics, largely due to the biomechanical nature of Warframes and the artificial intelligence present in the corpus and sentient factions. The Adeptus Mechanicus would likely be heavily involved, likely trying to study or purge the advanced tech. The Warframe universe's perspective. The Grineer, Corporus, and Infested factions, while rivals, have demonstrated the ability to cooperate against external threats. The Tenno would likely view the invasion as a new reputation event or a minor disturbance. Ooh, that would piss off some 40k people. Ground combat, elite versus mass. Warframes as Harlequins. Lorakic Warframes are insanely powerful, capable of manipulating time, creating alternative dimensions, and manipulating antimatter. A single Warframe could likely decimate an entire chapter of Space Marines, treating them as specialized heavy units, but not insurmountable threats. Imperium's response. While elite Warframes are few in number compared to the trillion-strong armies of the Imperium would eventually counter with overwhelming numbers, Titans, and specialized psychic forces like Grey Knights. Infested danger. The infestation could be a significant threat to the Imperium, functioning as more of a versatile and adaptable form of the Tyranids that can infect both flesh and machine. Space battles and technology. Stealth and speed. Tenno orbiters possess stealth capabilities that hide them from even advanced detection. They are experts of sabotaging capital ships from within. Sentience versus adaptation. Sentients are immune to the void, but adapted to fight the Orokin. Their ability to adapt to enemy tech rapidly would make them a massive threat to Imperial ships. The Imperium's firepower. The Imperium possesses superior long-range void warping capabilities, larger fleets, and the ability to cause exterminators, destroying a planet entirely. However, the Tenno are highly adept at infiltrating the ships that would likely carry out such actions. The turning point. Void versus warp. The man in the wall, the indifference. The Tenno's power comes from the void, a force that behaves differently from the 40k's warp. The man in the wall could potentially act as a chaotic Xenos god, creating murmur entities that disrupt Imperial psychic forces, turning the psychic battlefield literally against them. The inability to kill. Warframes are piloted through transference from a distance. Even if a Warframe is destroyed, the operator remains safe, making it a war of attrition. As the Imperium is poorly equipped to win against such a mobile enemy. Final outcomes. If it were a straight all-out war, the Imperium's massive, galaxy-spanning industry and sheer numbers would likely allow them to slowly crush the Origin system, resulting in a Pyrrhic victory, with the Origin system simply reduced to rubble. Lore-based scenario. If the Tenno and Sentients act smartly, utilizing guerrilla work, the Imperium would fail to take the system, leading to a long-term, grinding stalemate that wastes immense Imperial resources, resulting in a forced, grudging, and possibly temporary truce, or the Imperium making the system a forbidden void zone. Overall, the Warframe universe possesses better tech, troops, quality, while the Imperium just possesses mass numbers. I hope you guys enjoyed this video or live stream, and thank you guys for watching, and have a good night, everybody. Bye.